स्टूडेंट, आज ये 5th यूनिट में लास्ट टॉपिक है एमएम अप्रोच यानी मोदीगिलानी एंड मिलर हाइपोथेसिस और थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेवेंस ऑफ डिविडेंड्स। इट मीन्स द मोस्ट prominent theory in support of irrelevance of dividends and value of the firm is provided by Modigliani and Miller. The crux of the hypothesis is that the dividend policy of a firm is a passive decision which does not affect the value of the firm. The dividend policy is a residual decision which depends upon the availability of investment opportunities. It will not pay dividends and retain the earning of finance them. It means, on the contrary, if there are inadequate investment opportunities, dividends will be declared to distribute the earning. Friend, Modigliani and Miller have expressed an MM model in the most comprehensive manner in support of the theory of irrelevance. They maintain that dividend policy has no effect on the market price of the share and the value of the firm is determined by earning capacity of the firm or its investment policy. Under condition of the perfect capital market, rational investors, absence of tax discrimination between dividend income and capital appreciation given the firm investment policy, its dividend policy may have no influence on the market price of the shares. So next assumptions हैं इसकी. The MM hypothesis is based on the following assumptions. Number 1 is perfect capital market. It means the firm operate in the perfect capital market where investors behave rationally. Information is freely available to all. There are no transaction and flotation cost, and no investor is large enough to influence the market price of securities. Number 2, no taxes. In MM hypothesis, there are no taxes. Number 3, fixed investment policy. The firm has a fixed investment policy which does not change. It means that the risk complexion of the firm will not change due to new investment out of retained earnings. Number 4, certainty of earnings. There is perfect certainty as to future profit of the firm. Investors are able to forecast future share prices and dividend with certainty. This assumption is dropped by MM hypothesis. Logic behind MM theory. MM claims that since the value of a firm depends upon its earning and is not affected by the dividend decisions, shareholders are also indifferent between dividend and retention of earning. If the firm selects the second alternative, it will dividends to the shareholders. Student, देखिए next topic, criticism of approach. Approach suggests that dividend payment and external financing exactly offset each other and shareholder remain indifferent between payment of dividend and retention of earning. The conclusion derived by them is based on certain assumption which may be not always on found valid in practice. Because of unrealistic assumption on the approach is alleged to lack practical relevance. The following are the situations where the approach may go wrong. Number one is tax effect. An assumption of the approach is that taxes do not exist. It means that retention of earning, any internal financing, and payment of dividend, any external financing, are from the viewpoint of tax treatment on an equal footing. However, companies have to pay corporate dividend tax or profit distributed by way of dividends. Such as a tax could have been avoided if instead of paying dividend, the earnings were retained. Number two, flotation cost. Assume that there are no flotation costs. They argue the internal financing and external financing are equivalent. This implies that when the firm pay dividend, external funds can be raised equal to the amount of dividend through the sale of new shares to finance the investment program. However, the two methods of financing are not perfect. Substitutes because of flotation cost such as underwriting commission, brokerage and other expenses. Net proceed from the sale of new shares would be less than the face value of the shares, and hence external financing through sale of shares would be costlier than the internal financing retained earning. Number 3, transaction cost and inconvenience cost. Assume that there are no transaction cost in the capital market. Transaction cost refer to cost associated with the sale of securities like brokerage, etc. Assume that if dividends are not paid, the shareholders of current income can sell a part of their holding without incurring any transaction cost. This is obviously an unrealistic assumption, since the sale of securities involves cost to get current income equivalent to the dividend. If paid, the investors would have to sell securities in excess of income that they will receive. Number 4, institutional restrictions. There are legal restrictions as to the type of equity share in which institutional investors can invest. Most of the institutional investors like LIC, UTI, etc. are required to invest only in those companies which pay dividend. For instance, the Life Insurance Corporation of India can invest only in such share on which a dividend not less than 4% including bonus has been paid for 5 years. for at least 5 out of 7 years immediately preceding. Hence, to be eligible for institutional investment, and companies will prefer to pay dividend as compared to retention of earning. Student number 5, near versus distant dividend. If the earning of a company are used to pay dividends, shareholders get immediate or near dividend. If, however, the earnings are retained, the shareholders would be entitled to receive a return after some time in the form of an increase in the price of share or bonus shares, etc. Such a return may be called distant dividends. The question is, are the investors indifferent between near and distant dividend, or would they prefer one over the other? According to Gordon, investors are not indifferent. Rather, they would prefer near dividend to the distant dividend. Distant dividend is uncertain and increase the risk of investors. How much dividend and when it would be paid cannot be precisely forecast. Number 6, informational utility of dividend. The payment of dividend conveys to the shareholders information relating to the profitability of the firm. If, for instance, a firm has been following a stable dividend policy, if say 3 per share dividend, and if it is increased it to 4 rupees per share, it will convey that the firm expects its profitability to improve in future. Number 7, sale of new shares and lower prices. Assume that in order to replace dividends, the firm is able to sell a new share at current market price. The assumption is not valid since the share would have to be offered to new investors at a price below the current market price. As such, it would have to sell more shares to replace the amount paid in dividends. The firm would be better off by retaining the profit as compared to payment of dividends. स्टूडेंट नेक्स्ट लेक्चर से स्टूडेंट रिवीजन होगा. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट.